Hi there. I am Mohammed Hashmatullah Khan, CEO, Renovate Mind Life Coaching, your partner in thinking and action. What is NLP in the light of teachers and lecturers? NLP, or Neuro Linguistic Programming, is a powerful set of tools and techniques that helps you understand how people learn, think, and communicate. For teachers and lecturers, it's about becoming a master communicator and a more effective educator. It's the art and science of understanding how your students' minds work and how you can tailor your teaching to make a lasting impact. It's the why behind what works in the classroom. What NLP is not. It is not a rigid curriculum or a substitute for subject matter expertise. It is not a one size fits all solution, but a flexible toolkit for recognizing and adapting to individual learning styles. It's also not a way to manipulate students, but rather a way to build stronger rapport, motivate action, and create a more engaging and effective learning environment. How it is useful for teachers and lecturers. NLP helps you go beyond simply presenting information. It gives you the skills to build instant rapport, connect with students on a deeper level, creating a safe and trusting learning environment where they feel comfortable asking questions and participating. Motivate and inspire. Use language that taps into students' internal drivers, turning a have to task into a want to activity. Enhance learning. Understand how students process information visually, auditorily, or kinesthetically, and adapt your teaching to match their preferred style, ensuring your message lands perfectly every time. Manage classroom dynamics. Easily handle challenging situations, diffuse tension, and turn resistance into cooperation. Increase your own effectiveness, understand your own communication patterns and biases, allowing you to continually improve your teaching methods and feel more confident in the classroom. Top 20 proven NLP tips for teachers and lecturers. Here are 20 proven NLP tips and techniques that you can use to transform your classroom and inspire your students. Match and mirror posture and tone. When a student is hesitant or resistant, subtly adopt their body posture, breathing, or tone of voice. This builds unconscious rapport and makes them feel heard and understood. Then you can gently shift your posture to lead them toward a more receptive state. Utilize sensory specific language. Pay attention to a student's words. Do they say, I see what you mean, I hear you, or I feel like that's right? Respond in their preferred language to build rapport and make your message more powerful. Establish clear outcomes. Before starting a lesson, clearly state the outcome you want to achieve. For example, by the end of this lesson, you will be able to solve quadratic equations with confidence. Pace and lead with embedded commands. Use phrases like, as you listen to these examples, you can start to understand the concept. The embedded commands, listen and understand, are more likely to be accepted unconsciously. Use positive framing. Frame challenges in a positive light. Instead of saying, don't forget to study, say, remember to review your notes to ace the test. Anchor. Resourceful states. Help students create an anchor for a feeling like confidence or focus. Have them recall a time they felt confident, and at the peak of that feeling, have them perform a unique gesture, like touching their ear. They can then use this anchor later when they need that state. Presuppose success. Use language that assumes success. For example, when you master this chapter, you will find the next one even easier. The presupposition is that they will master the chapter. Use complex equivalences, connect a desired behavior to a positive outcome. Completing this assignment on time means you are a responsible learner. Ask meta-model questions. To clarify, when a student says, this is too hard, ask clarifying questions from the meta-model. Too hard compared to what specifically? Or what specifically is too hard about it? This helps them get specific and find a solution. Tell compelling stories. Use stories and analogies to convey complex information. Stories are powerful because they allow students to unconsciously connect with the content and make it their own. Use visual, auditory, and kinesthetic (VAK) learning. Incorporate all three learning styles into your lessons. Use visual aids (V), have discussions (A), and include hands-on activities (K) to engage all students. Use as if framing. If a student is stuck, ask them to act as if they already know the answer. What would you do if you already knew how to solve this? This bypasses the limiting belief and encourages action. Use the power of pauses. Use strategic pauses to give students time to process information. This allows their unconscious minds to catch up and integrate the new concepts. Chunk information. Break down large topics into smaller, more manageable chunks. This prevents overwhelm and makes the material easier to learn. Future pacing. Help students imagine how they will use the new knowledge in the future. Imagine using this formula to solve real-world problems. How will that feel? Create a positive feedback loop. Give specific actionable praise. Instead of good job, say, I really appreciate how you used your problem-solving skills to overcome that challenge. Model excellence. Be a living example of the behavior and mindset you want to see in your students. Your enthusiasm and confidence are contagious. Shift perspectives. Help students see a problem from a different point of view. How would a scientist look at this problem? Or what would your future self say about this situation? Use a double bind. Offer two choices that both lead to the desired outcome. Would you like to start your project on the computer or by sketching your ideas on paper? Calibrate and adjust. Constantly observe your students' body language, eye movements, and tone of voice. Use this information to know when to change your teaching style or to check for understanding. 5 day-to-day simple exercises for teachers and lecturers. Here are 5 easy to implement exercises to help you practice NLP in your daily life. Morning, rapport check-in. As you greet your students in the morning, pay attention to their posture and tone of voice. Subtly match their energy for a few seconds before you begin the lesson. This builds instant rapport. The sensory scavenger hunt. Listen for vague words in your students' language. For example, I see the point. That sounds good. I feel it will work. Keep a mental tally. This helps you identify their preferred learning style. The mindful pause. Before you answer a student's question, take a moment to pause. This prevents you from rushing, allows you to formulate a better response, and models good communication. Positive reframe. Practice. When a student expresses a limiting belief, I'm bad at math, reframe it by asking a meta-model question. For example, what is a single example of a time when you weren't good at it? This makes the generalization specific and refutable. The anchoring desk. Choose an item on your desk, like a pen or a coffee cup. When you feel calm, confident, and ready to teach, touch that item. When you need a boost of that feeling, touch it again. This creates a powerful personal anchor. For more update, stay tuned with Renovate Mind Life Coaching, your thinking and working partner in life. I am Mohammed Hashmat Ullah Khan, CEO Renovate Mind Life Coaching, your coach and thinking partner